firmly in that what you are eating, what you are is what you eat. She offers consultation to those who needs the guidance. So if anyone wants a specific guidance in the health issues, if they have some allergies and you want to go through detailed guidance, she's always there to help you. You can contact her. We have her page. She works, her page is called Gourmetize, is a healthy culinary initiative started by her promoting a vegan and vegetarian recipes. Many of you must have seen her Facebook and Instagram handle. If not, we will definitely share in the group about that. So I think that's all about. There's so many much more things to say about Winky, but we'll hear from her mouth directly.
No, Bhavika, it's okay. Let's just focus this much. So, yeah, hello everyone. It's so nice to be a part of Cafe. I became a part of this organization or a company just during the lockdown when Bhavika put this up. We are part of another club.
Yeah.
So, she herself is such a dynamic lady. I didn't want to miss an opportunity of be a part of this organization, Cafe. I have just attended one or two events in the past because I've myself been busy with my various classes. So during lockdown, I started doing online cooking classes as well because, as you all know, we could not step out. I started using easily available pantry staples, easily available ingredients at home to teach basic things like how to make pasta, how to make bread without yeast and without maida. I firmly believe, like Bhavika said, that you are what you eat. So I always prefer to find healthy alternatives to be it meetha, be it khatta, be it fried, anything. I try to always find healthy alternatives because see, even you're bringing up your children, you want them to eat nice, and they are never happy with just simple roti, sabzi, dal, chawal. You know, everyone's got kids, everyone has that
So true.
challenge. कि, अब क्या खिलाएं, and we don't want to give junk food. So constantly, this is how I came upon this path because I have two young kids and I never wanted to keep, giving them junk. And if they want to eat, fancy cuisines या कुछ भी वैसा, then I would prefer कि, मैं उसको कितना healthy बना सकूं, nutritious बना सकूं. That used to be a challenge to me. So I've completely like stopped using maida in my food or refined sugar, regular chini. Obviously, chai or mein to obviously we put, but otherwise in baked goods, in food like that, I've started replacing everything with healthy alternatives. And trust me, maybe you must be feeling कि अरे tasty नहीं बनेगा. How are the children going to eat it? But if you present it beautifully, if you do proper replacements of these things in our regular recipes, it's very much possible. They will really not come to know कि आपने ऐसा replacement दे दिया है. And if you present it beautifully, if you create interesting dishes, then you don't have to stick to just roti sabzi. The world is open to you. I mean, in fact, the flours which I'm going to be talking about to you, I'm not even using whole wheat today because whole wheat everybody can use it at home. I'm going to be taking you through all our regular atas like ragi, jawar, millet, quinoa, these kind of atas which we don't even think of using. Only after a certain age, when you have dietary restrictions, is when you're using those kind of flours. But I would, in fact, tell all of you that it's good to start feeding them as well as yourself at a young age because every single flour, every single grain, especially grains which are local to your city, your place where you're living, if you eat those, they are power packed with nutrients. You don't need to run behind taking different immunity boosting powders and market ka what you get tablets or anything like that. Supplements you don't require if your lifestyle, if your diet is perfectly healthy. I'm not saying that completely give up refined flours or refined, even in fact, white rice falls under refined flour, I mean, refined product only. But it's good to at least replace maybe one third of your meals into healthy alternatives. And if you serve it beautifully, if you make them correctly, the way they're supposed to, everyone's going to love them. So this workshop today is a small introduction on how you can make these kind of replacements, how you can do alternatives for the same, which will take you on this path. I'm going to be showing you two very simple recipes today because we have a restriction of 1 hour, and I need to also tell you a lot of theory about these kind of things. So I'm teaching you just two recipes. Today I'll be doing a naan khatai biscuit because we have a festival coming up. So I thought let's do a meetha. I'm going to be teaching you ragi based naan khatai biscuits, which are very, very quick and easy to make. And the second dish which I'm going to be teaching you is Moroccan Mediterranean salad using millets. Now, again, why I'm teaching you this is because we had put up a poll last week stating two different kind of classes which you could have selected. So I thought, let me just teach a salad where you can also learn a bit of plating.
Yeah.
Usi mein you'll see how many healthy things are coming there, and it's going to turn out so pretty. It's not going to be very, very elevated the way I wanted to teach you for the fine dine gourmet salad workshop, but I'm going to teach you how to do a nice, quick plating which looks so pretty, and no one's going to realize कि अरे इसमें हमने quinoa मिला दिया है. So I'm going to show you how to cook the quinoa correctly and tips to do it, tips how to use it, and I'm going to also teach you the naan khatai. But let me first talk to you about the different flours. If that's okay, Bhavika, should we talk
Yeah,
first
yeah.
or should I do the recipes first?
I think you can talk first and then the recipe. That's fine.
Okay, perfect. So,
And I would like to add, I've tasted her cookies and they are amazing. Superb.
thank you, Bhavika. Yeah, so as you all know, apart from maida and apart from atta, what are the other flours we have in our pantry? So when you're making a flour, mainly maybe you would be having ragi, you would be having say jawar, you would might be having bajra to make rotis, with sabzi. But we're going to also be using these kind of flours in your baked items and in your regular fancy cooking items. So there's a list of flours which I would like you to just see. Bhavika, if you can share the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there are a list of flours. Okay. Now, if you want to just replace in a say basic cookie recipe, जो अपने regular butter cookie या chocolate chip cookie का recipe होता है, उसमें you can't just substitute the maida same place में you just can't put ragi or you just can't put jawar and make it. There's a list of flours which would come on the screen in front of you. It says the first column says things like ragi, jawar, bajra, millet. Can you just read it out, Bhavika, the first column?
So the first is bajra and millets, ragi, finger millets, jawar, sorghum, quinoa, rajgira and amarnath, almond flour, GF oats and hazelnuts. And then the binders are, do I say that also? Or?
No. So these are the first column of flours which you would use as a base for any baking that you would do. I know there are a lot of bakers also in our group and a lot of home bakers, who bake out of passion. So when you're doing replacement, this is the base column which you're going to be taking when you're making any product. Like today when I'll be making the naan khatai biscuit, the cookie, I'm going to tell you how I have done the replacement. Okay, these are the first list of flours. Now the second column are called binders. You need binders because atta or maida kya hota hai? It is basically a grain, and when you refine it, that refinement, the maida, that when you make a naan also, you'll see that kitna gluten form hota hai. When you're making a dough of a bread, you can see that when you're kneading, कि कितना अच्छा जाली बैठता है, the amount of gluten which is formed. Now the flours which are there in the first column, they do not have any gluten in them because they're so healthy. Gluten is actually not healthy. Okay, so why we replace it? Because we want healthy alternatives, right? Now अब ये first column का flours use करने के लिए you need to add some binder, okay, where it is going to help you bind the dough properly. It's going to help you give that texture. If you don't add it, it's just going to become crumbly. Now suppose you make a jawar ka roti. You can see how kadak it becomes. It does not become soft or anything. So for that, you need to add binder. Binder ka list mein, Bhavika, can you just read what's the
so it is a kuttu atta or a buckwheat, flex, isabgol, and psyllium husk, then white rice, red rice, brown rice, sweet rice flour, dates, banana and applesauce, curd.
Yes, perfect. So these are the binders which normally we use when we are using the first list of flours. Now, it depends on recipe to recipe. If you're making something like a cake or a cupcake or a muffin, you would have seen a lot of recipes online. Chalo oatmeal muffin banate hain. In that oats muffin, usually there is some liquid element added, like date paste hota hai. There's an apple puree there, or there is a mashed banana over there. That's why banana oatmeal chocolate chip cookies or muffins are very, very popular. These are the liquid binders. But when you're doing things like bread or something like that, then you need to add the flour based ones. For example, rice flour is very, very common. Then when you're making a certain type of bread, then they put isabgol or psyllium husk. Now, isabgol is the same isabgol which we use when our stomach is not all right. When we use it like a laxative, na, pani mein dal ke, we have it when our stomach is upset. That's the same isabgol which is used. What is isabgol? It's actually a fiber, correct? जब अपन इसबगोल पानी में डालते हैं, leave it for 5 minutes. How does it become? It becomes like a gel,
Chali.
doesn't it? And then it binds. So why we drink isabgol is, अंदर जाएगा पेट में. That gel-like substance goes into your stomach. It binds the food, okay, and then you're able to pass your motion. That same concept is used in the flour. So the chia seeds also you would have noticed कि उसका एक gel बन जाता है when you're putting chia seeds in the water. So this gel-like thing is what you add in your flour to bind it properly. क्योंकि in flours में gluten नहीं है, we need a binder there. So these are the list of binders which you can add along with the first list of flours to create your end product. The third list is called starches. Again, since these flours do not have starches in them, these 4 starches can be used: potato starch, tapioca starch, arrowroot starch, and corn starch. Corn starch is found in every household, I'm sure, because you use it in your Chinese cooking or in your soups to thicken the soups, correct? Corn starch is used. But you cannot only take corn starch to put it in any product. When it is something namkeen, like just a simple cookie or a regular biscuit or maybe some breads also, you can add cornstarch, but the flavor of that cornstarch comes. So it's better to add things like tapioca starch or potato starch or arrowroot starch. That when you suppose do my bread class, healthy alternative bread class, there I can guide you as to which starch is used how. So these are the list of starches which are needed. It's a very, very small quantity, which, like just a teaspoon or a tablespoon is required to add it in this dough ka mixture to make your proper dough. Okay, so this is like, I'm being very technical, but I thought let me give an introduction of how a baker can create their own recipe. Once you make 2-3 different kind of recipes, maybe which you can see in my page, or if you do a class of mine, then you will understand how you can create your own recipes also to get into the gluten-free bread or the healthy bread, direction, or that in that particular industry. Okay, and if you have any questions, you can keep typing them in the chat window, and Bhavika can ask me the questions later. Okay. So can we move on to the first cookie so they can kind of understand on how I've done it?
There was only one question, which was psyllium husk, so that she got an extra. It's a isabgol only. The name only is
correct.
Yeah.
So isabgol is also called psyllium husk. Both are fine. You get them in powder form and you get them in flakes form. Like they are
like that.
Grain type ka cheez hota hai. Both are absolutely fine in using them, but you need to know how to use them as well.
So
I just want to give you an introduction.
What is a tapioca starch?
Tapioca starch is not sabudane ka atta. Lot of people think that tapioca pearls are sabudana. Sabudana is actually cassava flour. That's another type. Tapioca is also a tuber. जैसे अपना potato होता है. Potato is a starchy vegetable, right? So these starchy vegetables, like potato is a starchy vegetable, tapioca is a starchy vegetable, arrowroot also is a starchy vegetable, and corn also is. इनसे extract होता है एक powder. Okay, it is done in the क्या बोलते हैं factories. So these vegetables they use to take out and extract this powder, and these powders are sold in the market. So you get
this is a powder from how we get the corn flour, like that you get tapioca.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. The way you get cornstarch in the market, you can also get these other starches in the market. If you don't find them in the market, you get them easily on Amazon. Amazon में सब कुछ मिलता है, and you get it in 2-3 day delivery. So I usually keep these different starches at home. If I'm making anything, थोड़ा 1 tablespoon कुछ डाला, bind हो गया, and they give a fantastic texture to your baked goods. They also give the nice crumb when you break it apart. अच्छा crumb बनता है, moisture retain करता है, because in these kind of flours, क्योंकि gluten form नहीं होता, when you pour water to make a dough, it's just going to keep spreading. It won't bind itself into a nice dough. So you need a combination of the binder and the starch to create a very nice dough for your baked goods.
Correct.
Now I can give you a simple tip. If you want to make a roti, like a jawari roti or any other roti, what do? You just add your regular water, little oil, little namak or whatever, and you make the atta. Now, if you want to make it softer, बहुत अच्छा मुलायम जैसा अगर आपको बनाना है, what you can do is उस आटे में you mash one potato. Okay, एक boiled potato को mash कर दो. Potatoes after all is starch, correct? So you boil a potato and you mash it in your maybe 2 cups का आटा, and you add your salt and everything, and then you make the rotis. Then you see how soft they become. They are fantastic then. If you don't want to have too much potato in your meal, then the other replacement what you can do is you can also mash a raw banana. Raw banana also is a starch, correct? Kacha kela is far healthier. It's very good for your tummy as well. When people are sick, they usually have kache kele ki sabzi, right? So if you're Jain, if you want to avoid the potato, then you can also mash a raw banana into your atta and then make your rotis. They come out very very soft. So that's another tip which I thought I will share with you.
Yeah, that's
So yeah. So and also if your kids or anyone else is not liking the taste of that roti, I suggest, see, what I do is I just add some namak, some ginger, kaskiyawa ginger or ginger paste. I add some hari mirchi, add things like that, and then make the dough. So at least the flavor changes, and I don't feel कि अरे हमको क्या खिला रहे हो आप, we don't want ragi ka roti or something like that. Or instead of water, you can add something like a spinach puree or a beetroot puree. So the roti also becomes colorful, and then you make a frankie out of it or something. They will never realize that, what aate ka frankie you've given to them. So those are nice things to, do alternatives at home for your day-to-day khana. Keep trying different attas every single day with these kind of tips. कि कभी आलू मैश कर दिया, कभी raw banana मैश कर दिया, boil करके, adding some हरी मिर्ची और garlic ginger paste, कभी oregano, ऐसे अलग-अलग चीजें मिला के you can make your rotis. They come out so tasty. Top them with sesame seeds. Then there is something called sesame tahini paste which you get in the market.
Yeah.
That's nothing but sesame seeds ka paste. I suggest you can keep something like that in your pantry always, tahini paste. उसको भी पीस के मतलब वो तो एक पेस्ट ही होता है. You can add 1 tablespoon of the tahini paste also into your attas and then make rotis. They come out so soft, and believe me, maybe you might not know this, but one of the highest forms of calcium, highest quantities of calcium rather I would say, is actually available in sesame seeds. I mean, I'm a practicing vegan, so I use a lot of sesame seeds in my food. But since you all are not vegans, I would still suggest that, how much of milk and paneer can you force on your children being vegetarians? अपना calcium का कमी तो होता ही है. So I suggest you use things like sesame seeds, sesame paste in your daily cooking or in your atta. पीस के ही उसमें डाल दो, so that you don't even realize. And in these ways, your calcium, your protein intake, your vitamins, thanks to all these different flours which you're using, everything is taken care of. And you don't need to run behind taking a lot of supplements later then. Right?
Yeah.
So if you have any questions, you can keep typing them in the chat. Meanwhile, I'd like to move on to my first recipe.
Yeah, sure.
1 minute. Yeah.
Yeah, right, Sheetal. We Gujaratis have this mukwas ka bottle at our house.
Yes. So our first recipe is gonna be naan khatai. Okay. So here I'm just gonna show you my ingredients. I have taken.
Vimki, someone is asking, the shelf life of homemade tahini is like for how long they can keep it?
Homemade tahini, if it's stored in an airtight jar, and if you top it with a little bit of olive oil, then it lasts. Yeah, you'll need to put olive oil in that. It lasts for a week in the fridge, and otherwise, if you pick up a jar from the market, that lasts for a very long time. Okay. So what I do is I make like about 200 grams of sesame seeds ka. I make tahini paste and I keep it. 1 tablespoon I keep adding every day in my atta or anything like that. And that's a powerhouse of calcium. So, they're not going to take tilke laddus or anything, right? Children don't eat tilke laddus, til papdi or things like that, or mukhwas every day. So this is a nice way of giving them calcium in their daily food. Okay? Yeah. So here I've taken half a cup of ragi. It's a regular ragi ka atta. Okay? In this, what we're going to do is, because ragi ka atta, that taste is not imparted well. And since we are making a cookie, so from the first column itself, we're going to be taking one more flour so that you also get a nice cookie ka texture and you can hide that ragi ka taste and it comes out very well. Here I'm going to be using almonds. Now you would have noticed that I had mentioned almond flour over there.
Yeah.
You don't need to pick up bazaar ka almond ka atta. It's very expensive. Amazon में भी बहुत expensive है. So don't bother picking up almond ka badam ka atta from the market. Definitely, what you can do is take your regular almonds. These are not roasted. These are not soaked. Yeah, you can give them to me. 1 minute. I'll just take this. Yeah. So this, you just take it in a mixie. And you only have to grind them for 5-6 seconds. If you do anything more than that, then it's going to turn into butter. Almond butter is made like that only. If you galti se add water in that jar, then it becomes milkish flavor. I wanted like a flour. I wanted like an atta. So I'm only going to grind it here for a few seconds and we get that crumbly kind of texture. Okay.
What is the quantity of almonds we have taken?
Quarter cup. So once I churn it, I have my quarter cup measurement here. I'm going to measure it and put it inside. I just have it here. One minute. That's it.
Yeah.
See, it's become अच्छे से पीसा हुआ. So basically, it's just almond का chura, you can say. Okay. So here I'm taking half a quantity of this atta. That's it. And to this, I'll be adding jaggery powder. Today, I'm using jaggery powder because we're making Indianized cookie. So if you don't have jaggery powder at home or if you don't have access, you can use brown sugar also. That's a very nice alternative to this. This is quarter cup of jaggery. Okay. To this, I will be adding half a teaspoon of elaichi powder, cardamom powder. And then I will be adding half a teaspoon of baking soda. And from the starch column, I will be adding 1 tablespoon of corn flour. Okay.
Is there any particular jaggery you have used, Vimki? Or?
No, I've just used organic jaggery actually. I always have a lot of organic products at home. So you just pick up any jaggery powder. It just has to be powdered. Don't pick up the sabut jaggery pieces what you get because you will never be able to make a powder at home.
Yeah, right.
If you don't have access to jaggery powder, you can aram se use brown sugar as well. That's easily available in the market.
So the powder is must. You can't use the lumps, the blocks.
No, you cannot use the lumps for baking recipes, definitely.
Okay.
And then lastly, I will add a pinch of salt. So when you're making any sweet product, it's always a good idea to add a pinch of salt to balance the flavors. Yeah. The same way, when you're making something khatta, you always add little good na, to balance the flavors. When you're making sambar, you add little good. Or when you're making a chutney, or always add little meetha. So tikha, khatta, meetha, that's the balance which we always require. So in my cookies or cake or anything, I always add a pinch of salt to it. Now this, I'm just going to kind of mix it by hand to just break the lumps. Usually these jaggery powders, when they're kept in the jar, they develop lumps. So I like to just begin with my hand and do it myself. You can just use a spoon or a whisk also. And this way, your baking soda also gets incorporated very well. So make sure you mix all the dry ingredients well by hand and then mix the wet ingredients. There are some almond pieces which remain. which is absolutely fine. There's no problem because anyway, when you're taking a cookie, if there are
It will
chota
have
chota
that
bites
crunch.
of any nut coming, it will always taste
Yeah,
nice.
that crunch will actually add up to the flavor.
Correct. Yeah. And this is a very quick recipe. I'm sure you people can just make it in the evening today and post pictures and send it to me because all these ingredients are available at home. Now this is done. The wet ingredients here which I've taken are 2 tablespoons of ghee or oil. So if you want to avoid ghee, then you can definitely use oil. But I'm taking ghee today. 2 tablespoons of ghee here and 2 tablespoons of hot water. Now that's another tip which I would like to give you. Whenever you're using any gluten-free ka flour and you want to make a roti out of it or a dough out of it for your matri or anything like that, make sure that you add hot water to it. So whenever you use hot water to bind your atta, it becomes softer and easier to make. Don't use regular room temperature water ever. Use hot water jitna you can touch. उस hot water से if you knead the atta, it comes out much softer. Your rotis or your matris or anything like that will not crumble. Just whisk this nicely first. The wet
What is the
ingredients.
quantity of cornstarch?
1 tablespoon I have added. And then I'm just going to add it to my dough. And I'll knead it by hand itself.
This is so easy, but actually, when you were saying
Yeah.
naan katai, it sounded like कि बहुत सारा काम है.
Nahi, it's pretty simple. That's why I chose it because I thought it's one of the simplest gluten-free recipes, which is perfect for the festival right now.
Yeah. And I'm sure all these chef club kids who are here, I'm definitely they're going to try it because they are super chef. I've seen their work, and they
Okay.
instantly do what is taught, and whenever it is taught, they do it. By tonight, you will get some pictures for sure, right,
Fantastic.
Kritika?
If you're making it, do tag me on Gourmetize, Instagram, Facebook. Everyone's on it. Share it over there. I would love to share your pictures in turn. Let my followers also see how you people have made it.
Yeah, they are like super excited and they love making it instantly. I think ladies लोग थोड़ा
Okay.
कभी-कभी lazy हो जाते हैं, but then kids are like they are like on the
Kids,
go. आज देखा
I
है तो
can
बना के
imagine.
रहेंगे एकदम.
Perfect. That's so nice. So this is my dough which is ready. I'm going to add few drops of water because मेरा almond was little thick. So depends ना हर घर का आटा
Yeah,
अलग.
yeah,
You know how
right.
you so little bit water here and there हो जाता है which you will have to adjust as per your dough when you're making it. Maximum आधा एक tablespoon का difference there will be. That's it. So this is the kind of dough which you get. You have to just do it like that. I won't be showing the baking in front because I don't want to waste everyone's
Yeah.
time. So basically what you do is you preheat the oven to 160 to 170 degrees. That's it
Okay.
for about 10 minutes. And then you bake these cookies for about 12 minutes. Again, it depends from oven to oven.
Oven to
As I'm
oven.
sure you all know, you all are used to baking. So 12 minute का mark, basically you start checking after 11 minutes. कभी 13 minutes भी लग सकता है. Don't get frightened. This is going to look as if it's just crumbly and maybe the jaggery or the brown sugar might come out. It look as if it's very, very fragile. But that's all right. 13 minutes में, if it's formed a shape, 12 to 13 minutes में, if it's formed a shape, take it out of the oven and let it cool very nicely for easily about half an hour to 45 minutes. एकदम ठंडा हो जाए, उसके बाद you lift it up. Now the texture of these, I hope you've all understood and you don't want me to show you how to shape it or anything, right?
Vimki, you can
This
show
goes
just
ready.
one
One-
piece.
one
One
piece,
piece.
just-
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it's nothing. What I did is I just shaped it with my palm अच्छे से ऐसे दबा दबा के. Okay. Whatever shape you want. If you want to use a cookie cutter, you can. But usually naan khatais are just round like this. And then there is a almond or something like that put on top. Can you see? I've just put an almond on top.
Yeah,
Badam. Right?
done.
So you can just put something like that, shape all your cookies and put them in the oven. And naan khatai
Just
ki khas
repeat
baat ye hai that
once.
they kind of crumble up. Pardon?
Yeah, just tell the temperature and time once again.
Yeah.
Someone wants
So
to.
it's 160 to 170 degrees, and preheat होने के बाद it will take easily about 11 to 12 minutes. Now
Wow.
it depends from oven to oven. So you start checking after 11 minutes. If the shape has been formed, the way your maida ka cookie is, don't just lift it up and see brown ho gaya kya. This
Acha.
cookie is going to be brown only, so you cannot make out. Don't do that. ऊपर से if it's taken its shape, you just take it out of the oven, leave them to cool completely. Okay. After maybe 10 minutes, it would be easier to lift up. So just lift it up with the help of a spatula or something. Put it in your wire ka rack. Oven ka जो wire ka rack आता है, put it in that under the fan for about 45 minutes. भूल जाओ उसको. उसके बाद it will take its shape. Okay. Once it takes its shape, I'll show you the prepared cookies which I had made. These are the prepared cookies, and I had also sent you the photograph in the group.
Yeah.
Okay. So these cookies will always have a texture like this. ऐसा texture रहेगा crack वाला, but that is what naan khatais are. And I'm going to break one in half and show you. So this is the texture which comes. They're very, very soft. They're not kadak like our regular cookies. They're very soft, but they taste absolutely nice. मेरे अभी सिर्फ 5 बचे हैं. I had made so many, but my kids and the elders just ate it off. But मैंने 5 बचा के रखे थे कि I will show you how they look when they are baked.
Wow.
They are completely guilt free. They are so healthy, and you enter the kitchen and you come out, it's ready in about half an hour.
Yeah.
Right? It did not even take time. So
Vimki,
this was
I
my
have
first
one
recipe.
question.
Yes, please ask me.
Yeah, when you are baking it in the oven, do you switch
Yeah.
on both the racks, like
Rods.
both the heaters,
Yes.
the top and bottom?
Yes, yes. Yeah, you need to switch on both the rods and put it in the middle rack.
Okay.
Put it in the middle rack to bake, and they come out perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's move on to this is not a flour wala recipe. This is a grain ka recipe which I'm going to be showing you right now.
Baking
So,
at 170 degree. Can we use oats instead of
Ragi.
someone is one oats instead of ragi?
Yes, you can definitely use oats instead of ragi. There's no problem in that. Oats is one of the easiest replacements to do for any cookie. In fact, the lot of these oats chocolate chip cookies, oats
Yeah.
whole wheat cookies, which are available everywhere. This is just going one step more healthier, because as everyone knows, ragi is so healthy to have. We even give young children, right, ragi ka dalia and ragi porridge and things like that. So ragi would definitely be much healthier. And because I thought oats everyone would know how to make, I thought of doing a ragi replacement. So you understand and see how the texture comes out. Okay.
Can you just
Yeah.
tell the measurements again? I think someone must have missed. They're asking the quantity of ragi, how ragi you used.
Yeah. So later, anyway, I'm going to be sharing a PDF with you,
Yeah, so
Bhavika
we will
and
share the
Kavita.
recipe. Yeah.
Yeah, you can share the recipe in the group. I'll be
Yes.
sending it to you by evening today. You can also
Done.
share the flour binder starch ka jo
Yeah,
table
yeah,
tha.
that also will share.
Yeah,
So we
I
will
can
share the
share.
recipe in the group.
Yes, but I hope you've all
Basically, it was half
understood
cup.
this. Yeah, it was half cup ragi, quarter cup almond flour, quarter
Yeah.
cup jaggery, 1 tablespoon cornstarch, and then there was cardamom powder, half teaspoon. There was a pinch of salt, half teaspoon of baking soda, 2 tablespoons each of ghee or butter or what do you say, oil, and 2 tablespoons of hot water. Okay, these were the basic measurements which
Yeah.
I had used in these 9 khatais. And almonds for garnishing to put it
Yeah.
on top. Yeah. So now the second recipe which I'm going to be showing you is a very fancy Mediterranean salad using millets. This is my own creation. I love making salads for my family. पहले I remember those were the days that people were like, salad कोई होता है खाना इतना सारा घास फूस. I mean, you would get those kind of dialogues. But thanks to years of being exposed to MasterChef and these fancy Italian restaurants where these things are so beautifully plated. Everyone wants to eat salads. So personally, it's my favorite. I mean, when I want to do a detox or a diet, or when I want to do a gourmet, if I want to do a 3-course, 4-course meal for some guests, I always love to start with a salad, because I think the first dish which is appearing in front of you, if that itself has something beautiful in front of you, half the battle is won. Then people are going to take a bite and try it out. Correct? Yeah, and nobody would think of using these millets in your salads. Quinoa, yes, and other things, yes, but they don't use millets. Now, I can give you a brief introduction on millets. There are so many millets in the market. It depends where you live, what kind of millet is available to you. So, in fact, ragi is a millet, bajra is a millet. There are different names of millets. Then there is foxtail millet, kodo millet, proso, little, barnyard, brown top. There are so many different kinds of millets. All have its own nutritional benefits. All have their own properties. Cooking pattern is kind of similar only. You can mix match definitely. Today I'm using a foxtail millet. It is yellowish in color like this. Okay. You can do the same technique which I'm going to be showing you with quinoa as well. That's also a superfood, in fact. And millets, like you all know, such a trend has happened this year. It's in fact it's one of the food trends of
Yeah,
using alternative
actually.
grains and grains which are local to where you're living. So Bangalore mein to millet is available in every kirana store.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so and people are replacing millets, rice with millets so easily.
Mm.
When you're having any pulao or any kind of rice, like with sambar or anything, whatever you're having, people are replacing it with millets now. Today, I thought let me do a westernized dish with millets, and instead of making it a regular way. Now, how would you be making millets? You'll be soaking them at least overnight, karo ya subh ka sham karo, right? You soak the millets the same way you soak your dal or your rice. You soak them for many hours, drain that water, and then you put it for boil. That helps in your easier digestion as well. Today, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be toasting the millets first in a little bit of oil, and then I will be cooking them in. Since you're making a salad, I'm going to be cooking them in a juice. Today, I'm using cranberry juice because I thought let me make it fancy. But same way, you can use orange juice or pomegranate juice. You get it in Real, Tropicana, or any other brand. It's absolutely fine. Today I'm using cranberry juice and I'm going to be doing a cranberry mustard dressing as well. But
Okay.
don't worry, we don't have cranberry. What are we going to do? Same recipe can be replaced with orange juice as well as pomegranate juice. Okay.
Which
If you
millets we have used?
Today I've used foxtail millet.
Okay.
Foxtail, Foxtail, foxtail millet. I'm just going to show you how I'm starting it. Pardon?
Foxtail.
Yeah, fox and tail.
Yeah, okay.
The same thing can be done in your other millets as well, or quinoa. The same technique of what I'm going to show you. Okay. Where's my cup measurement? Yeah, it's here. So I'm only going to be showing you the beginning. This takes about 25 minutes to cook roughly. I want it khulla because they're layering it in a salad. Now, if you're going to be making, say, porridge में या कोई खीर या पायसम वैसे कोई चीज में डाल रहे हो, then the measurement for it goes a little higher. Here we're going to do 1:2 measurement. If it's one portion of the millet, 2 portion would be the liquid content. And if you want it very soft, you'll have to do 1:3. Hot plate mein, the measurements do not work because as you all know, it just keeps evaporating the liquid here. So I'm just going to show you the beginning. And when you're making it at home, you'll have to keep it on in the gas only for about 20 to 25 minutes. Come aanch mein, in sim only, and keep it uncovered and just leave it like that. 25 minutes mein, I'm going to show you how the result is. I have kept a bowl of cooked millet here as well. So these are quarter cup millets which I'm using. First, I'm just going to put a little bit of oil there. Yeah. I'm using olive oil today because since it's a Mediterranean salad, olive oil goes beautifully with this kind of cuisine. I'm really keeping it in low. I don't want it to burn. It's quarter cup ka millet mein. I'm going to be adding quarter cup of the juice and quarter cup of water. We're going to cook it in this. Okay. Just roast the millet until a nice smell or fragrance comes out. You will also add a little bit of salt to this so that your millet itself is nicely tasting.
We can use fresh juice as well, Pimki.
You can use fresh juice definitely, but the the taste and the flavor of the canned comes out a little better. I have noticed.
Okay.
But kabhi kabhi if I don't have a real or a Tetra Pak or something like that at home, then I just use of the fresh juices. So I'm just measuring it out and putting it here so that as soon as my millet is toasted, I can add my liquid. There's a nice fragrance which has come of the millet. जैसे ही वो आ जाए, before it burns, just put off your liquid content here. Okay, I'm just going to let this cook over here. And I'm going to show you how the cooked millet ka texture tastes and looks. Here. So after I had cooked it for about 25 minutes, I took it out of the gas and I spread it out in a plate so that it opens up. Can you see? Use a fork to open it up once you take it out on the plate, ताकि you get these separate textured millets like this. Once it is so nicely khula, you can easily use it in your biryanis and pulav. You can just replace it very, very nicely. इसका कोई flavor नहीं होता है. Since we've done a juice kind of a thing, this is going to be used in salad
Can you show a
only.
little close view?
This one? Which close view you want, for the
Yeah,
pan
that
or for
only.
this?
Both you
Yeah,
can if
yeah.
you can.
Yeah, of course. Can you just zoom it, please, Ashna? To the pan. Can you see the texture?
Yeah.
Yeah. Show this. Can you see?
Yeah.
Okay. So after putting cranberry, this is the kind of color it took.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So while this is cooking, I'm going to start showing you how I'm planning to do my dressing and everything. I hope you all know how to roast capsicum. I have what I've done here is I have taken red and yellow capsicum and in a normal gas, the whole capsicum without chopping, I have roasted them directly on the open flame. The same way you would do bengan for a bengan ka bharta, same style. I've taken the capsicum on the gas and puri tarah se I have charred it completely. I have made it black. Once it is turned black, take it out of the flame and let it become cool completely. Wash it off ताकि पूरा छिलका निकल जाए and then you chop it. Okay? Don't use your capsicums directly. At least I don't prefer to, because after roasting, the capsicums turn out a bit sweeter. There's a nice sweet taste, there's a nice tangy taste to your capsicums. If you just have it kacha, it's not going to be that tasty. These are the ways you can just make your salad a bit different. Okay? So my red and yellow capsicums are ready here. Then I have just taken some cherry tomatoes, some walnuts for garnish, and some Parmesan cheese. You don't need to go for fancy cheeses. You can also put any other cheese which you have available at home. Or you can go for your, if you don't mind picking up, then you can pick up a goat cheese or a feta cheese, Parmesan, anything that you have. Yeah. I'm just going to switch this off because this sound is just troubling me. And since I'm not going to be cooking it here, I'll like to proceed with my recipe.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Next, what I have is iceberg lettuce. You can use any lettuce that you have with you available close by. What you should always do with your lettuce is wash them nicely, leave them to dry, and then never use your knife to cut any greens. Okay? Tear it with your hand like this. Just tear it with your hand. This ensures that your greens are fresher, they are crunchier, and they don't lose their taste. I do the same with basil leaves also, or parsley or mint also. I don't use my knife. I just use my hands like this to cut them. Bas, that's it. This ensures that they remain very nice and crunchy. Chahe you're using it in burger or your Subway sandwiches or your salads, we always want that nice crunch coming in, right? So
Yeah.
I've just toned them. I wanted to give you this tip and show them to you that you just have to tear it with your hands and keep it ready here. Now let's move on to our dressing. What I do for a dressing is I always use a jar a regular jar like this or a jam jar or anything like that, and put all your dressing ingredients here. Give it a nice shake, shake, so that everything gets emulsified. Since we are putting something like an oil content, plus we are putting something like citrus content, which is a vinegar or a lemon juice, we want that to be incorporated nicely, right? So it's separate. So
Yeah.
for that, we put everything here and we give it a very nice shake so that it gets emulsified. So first of all, I'm taking olive oil here. This is about 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Then I'm taking 1 tablespoon of vinegar. This is regular white vinegar. If you have balsamic vinegar at home, I suggest you use balsamic vinegar because that matches beautifully with
Yeah.
cranberry as well as pomegranate and orange, in fact, all three. So I thought, let me show you a regular white vinegar. In case you don't have balsamic, then you would ask me the same question, कि अरे अब हम क्या use करें, right? And then I've taken 1 tablespoon of honey. That's for the sweet quotient. I'm just going to be adding half because since we're going to be adding the cranberry juice, I don't want it to become very sweet. Personally, for me, the honey is subjective. You can make it as sweet as you want. After this, I'm going to be adding, yeah, tell me.
Someone is asking apple cider vinegar. I don't think so. We can.
Yes.
You can.
Definitely you can add apple cider vinegar because since it's a fruity based dressing, we're going to be adding cranberry here. It matches very well. Okay. The last item here which I've taken is mustard powder. Apna regular sarson ka powder which you keep in your pantry, I've taken that. Okay. This you take about half a teaspoon. Because we don't want our whole dressing and the salad to taste meetha, right? So you need to nicely balance it off with these kind of ingredients. Then I'm adding black pepper powder. Whenever you're making salads or Italian or anything like that, try and use fresh kuta hua black pepper. Either you pound it in your mortar pestle or you keep a grinder like this always with you. A little goes a long way. When you use freshly cracked black pepper, you need to add very less and the flavors change amazingly here.
Amazing.
So I've added fresh cracked black pepper here. Then I'm going to be adding little chili flakes because I want that sweet, tikha and khatta, all kinds of balance happening in my dressing. So I'm adding little chili flakes here. Little dried thyme or oregano. Thyme and oregano both go very well with this combination, this fruity combination. Whenever you use a dried herb, make sure you take it in the palm of your hand, rub it with your other hand like this. I wish you could be here. When you rub it like this, the fragrance just comes out. Again over here, a little goes a long way. Just by releasing the fragrance, by rubbing it between your two hands, you can just use this much and this would impart beautiful taste in your food. Now, I'm sure everyone just has the idea, khola and just sprinkle, and then you add 2 tablespoons jitna in your pizza sauce or whatever. Instead, if you just rub it and put it, just 1 teaspoon goes a long way in your dishes. Okay. Then lastly, I'm adding salt. Salt ke bina kuch nahi, right? So once I've added salt, I'm going to give it a nice shake and then I'll add the cranberry juice. Little bit of cranberry juice so that अपने dressing में भी थोड़ा flavor रहे cranberry juice का. Only the millet should not have, right? We want even this to have the flavor. So I'm shaking it and then I'll add the cranberry juice. This is again just about a tablespoon jitna. That's it. Today I have not added garlic, but if you want, you can add 1 or 2 cloves of garlic, pound करके या छोटा-छोटा काट के, you can just add it to your dressing and keep it. This smells fantastic. This is the dressing which would be ready. Okay. And now I'm just going to keep this aside and I'm going to show you how I'm going to be plating it. Here I'm using a ring mold. Okay. I thought instead of doing this style and this style, I thought I'll just show you ring mold of how I'm going to be layering the whole thing. So this is a ring mold. Always it's a good idea to just place it a bit off center, not like bang in the center. Thoda idhar we will place it in the one corner. Okay. After I keep my ring mold correctly here, I'm gonna be layering it first with the millets. I forgot to mention to you. So when you're using 1 cup of uncooked millets, it gives roughly about 2 to 3 cups of cooked millets. It again depends on the style of millet that you're taking. Press it nicely because we want nice layers to be formed. So just take a spoon and press it nicely.
So Vimki, Suruchi is
Yeah.
asking like whether she can keep this dressing like in the fridge or it
Yes.
should be fresh every time. How about it?
No. So you can make a big jar, पूरा jar भर के you can make and keep it for 1 week. एक हफ्ता के लिए भी it does not go for a waste. It's always a good idea to make dressings and then just keep it in the fridge if you're a regular salad eater or if you want to make it beforehand for any party or anything like that. And the same recipe, you can experiment with orange juice and pomegranate juice as well. So you have a pomegranate vinaigrette, you have an orange vinaigrette, and here you have a cranberry vinaigrette, which you have learned today. Now that I have layered it like this, I'm going to just keep all my dishes in front. I'm going to next layer it with these roasted capsicum, both the colors. Can you bring the camera closer, please? These have almost got the texture of, flat noodles, pad thai noodles.
Yeah.
So, and because we have roasted them, the taste is not going to be as strong. I have just layered it like this. Can you see?
Yeah. It's really nice.
Yeah. I'll save some for the top garnish. After this, I'm just going to add my lettuce on top. Okay. And then I'm going to be adding the cherry tomatoes. The walnuts. These are very lightly roasted and kept. Don't shake
So,
it.
Vimki, there's 2-3 questions
Yeah.
I'll just ask along with.
Yes, you can ask me the questions now. Yes.
Is there any substitute for millet? I think quinoa and what is
Quinoa.
there any- quinoa?
You can also use red rice or black rice. You get them in the market as well. That's the same cooking style. We want it to be nice and open. So if you want to make a nice heavy salad which includes grains, this is just going to fill your stomach very nicely. You can definitely use black rice, red rice, brown rice, millet, quinoa, barley. You can also use barley if you have barley at home. That also is a very, very good alternative. Use it the same way I have told you. Okay, this is done. Then I'm just going to add
in the plating you have kept the capsicum lengthwise, right?
Pardon?
Capsicum you have plated in a lengthwise, right?
No, I have put all the capsicums in one layer. First I pressed the millets and I put. Then I put all the capsicum. Then I topped it with lettuce. And then on top I put cherry tomato, walnut and cheese. Cheese again is your option. If you want to avoid cheese, you can definitely avoid. You can also add more vegetables if you like zucchini, carrots, anything like that, baby corn. Today I thought let me keep it simple because we were focusing on how to use the millet and everything. And I taught you a nice dressing. You can definitely mix match the vegetables which you're adding according to how you like it. You can also add broccoli. You can add baby corn. Both of them will have to be boiled or steamed. You can't have them raw. Those also go very well with it. Okay. And if you have some more nuts and seeds, today I just added walnuts.
Yeah.
But if you want to add things like pine nuts or katawa badam, almond slivers, or you want to add cranberries, dried cranberries, pista, anything like that, you can top it. You can also add your seeds, pumpkin seeds, melon seeds, any of those seeds. यहीं पे टॉप कर दो या लेयर में डाल दो. इतना सारा गुण चला जाता है, you don't even come to know. Okay? Now I'm gently gonna just take this ring mold out. Yeah. Can you see the salad?
Yeah. मुझे उधर ही आ जाना चाहिए था आज.
Yeah. And this dressing, I'm just gonna put on the side like this. And you can also serve the dressing. See, I've just put droplets here. And thode what walnuts I had reserved them. I'm just going to place chota chota tukdas all around it. Not in a messy way. Just here and there, thode pieces. So it looks pretty. And on the side again, you can just take some of these ऐसे ही layer में, just to have a focal point on the other side also.
So Ruchi is saying to make that, I have to make that and call you, Vimki, to taste it.
No, this tastes wonderful, trust me. And it also fills up your stomach because it's got a grain element. It's got so many vegetables. It's got your cheese, leaves. सारा कुछ तो इसमें आ गया है. Even the dressing tastes good. So just dig in and have it. This is my salad. I hope you love it. Can you see it?
looks awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah. And you can definitely store this dressing, like I told you, in the fridge for easily about a week. There's no harm in it. This will last you for about 4-5 more plates like this. So fill this up and keep it in your fridge, and use different juices. So, you have even fruit elements. It's always a good idea to add fruits also to your salad. You can add, if you're getting good oranges, then you can, remove all the fibers and place some oranges there. You can place red grapes, those nice Australian grapes, if you're getting them. You can use those as well. You can add pear, a nice pear, any nice fruit like these, or pomegranates also. 2-3 pomegranates, you just top it on the top like that, or in the corners, and they taste fantastic. Because again, you need a good balance of, khatta and meetha, and you need a crunch factor. That's the reason this is how you design a salad, that you're getting a crunch element, soft element, and a filling element like a millet. It fills up your stomach, and then this becomes a meal in itself. Like that. So I hope you liked both my salads, both my dishes, this salad as well as the naan khatai. I'm just going to bring it in front again here, so you can have a look again at both. And if there are any questions, you can type them in the chat window, and Bhavika can ask me now.
Bhavika, you're on mute.
It's looking amazing, Vimki.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Absolutely. Can you please send picture in the group also, Vimki, so
Of
that
course.
everybody...
Yeah, so once the class is over, I'm going to take pictures, and I'll share the recipe PDF by evening, definitely.
Sure.
Yeah. Everyone is right now complimenting you. It's amazing, informative session. Thank you.
Thank you so
Wonderful
much.
recipes. If any
There's
question
another
is
tip.
there,
There's another tip which I would like to share with you. So when you're cooking your millets or quinoa, anything. Today, since we were doing a salad, I cooked it in juice. Don't put juice completely. Always put a little bit of juice and a little bit of water. If you're making anything savory, then you add vegetable stock to it. You must be boiling so many vegetables day to day now. So don't just put water. Use that vegetable ka stock in your quinoa or millet, and it gets more enhanced. The flavors also get enhanced. You don't feel as if kya kha rahe hum. Our palate is so used to eating regular rice. As soon as you switch to eating these kind of things, you don't like the texture and flavor of it. So to enhance the flavors, you have to cook them differently, taki they are easy to like for your palate. So you use any kind of stock that you're making during the day. Gajar boil ki, chalo usi ka pani dal diya isme, so that there's some flavor coming out in your grain.
Yeah.
Okay, and then with that, when you're making a pulao or a bisi vele bhat or a poha or an upma or even a salad, it always gets more enhanced. Nutritional value also goes up definitely.
So there's two questions, which is one is if you use fresh juice, should it be diluted with the water or only the juice?
No, it doesn't have to be diluted with water, because you'll anyway be adding water in this.
Yeah.
But definitely then your ratio varies. Here I had taken 1:1, right? Like agar quarter cup millet tha, to quarter cup juice and quarter cup water. Here you would go lesser on the fresh juice, 1 tablespoon lesser, and increase the water quantity. It's the same. You take out the juice and add more water in that, or you do it over here, it's the same thing. But don't add too much of fresh juice here, because while it's boiling and cooking, the nutrients just go away.
Yeah. And what about the orange juice? Is there any particular technique to use it to not get it bitter, or how to add the orange juice? Does
The same way. You saw me adding it in
it
a
will
bowl,
not
right?
turn bitter?
No, it will not turn bitter. No, it won't turn bitter. You add it outside only in the water. Don't add it directly to the gas the way you saw me doing it. In a bowl, take that water, take the juice, mix it, and then add it here. So that will not cause a problem. But definitely try using the dabba ka juice, I mean the Tetra Pak, because those you will never face a problem. It's going to come out foolproof. Okay, where even if you're eating the millet plain, you will like it. You just put one more vegetable in it, cut karke, or you just eat it plain because we've already added salt in a juice. It's tasting nice even plain. So yeah.
How to cook quinoa? Someone was asking. I think someone has already answered also, but you can tell your.
So quinoa is the same way as millet only. The same style. It's again 1:2, 2.5 water, and then it gives you a three cups cooked quinoa. It's the same thing. And millet takes longer, 25 minutes. Quinoa takes about 20 minutes, few minutes lesser.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's any other question?
Any questions regarding the flowers, the beginning, what I had mentioned? If any of you are interested in learning alternative flour breads or pastas or anything like that, I take classes for all these things. So if anyone's interested, you can join my page and you can follow me. And if you, any of you bakers, if you want to add to your repertoire, if you want to learn some gluten-free breads or vegan breads, if you want to put them in your menu, you can form a group. I would need minimum 6 people. You can form a group and approach me for a date, and I'm ready to teach you with different things like even telling you about shelf life and how to store them and things like that. Cupcakes, cakes, anything. I take classes for everything.
Renuka is asking, the millets you used were pre-soaked? No, I think it was raw, right?
No, these were raw because I was toasting them and making them. See, sometimes for fancy things like these, it's definitely fine. But for your digestion and for your stomach, it's always better to soak them.
Okay. And the process follows the same, the cooking after the
soaking. Of course. Yes. The soaking, the variation for both the things is only merely your digestive abilities and not the cooking. So they digest much better if it is soaked well beforehand.
Okay. I think that's all about the questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me here, Bhavika and Kavita. I hope all of you enjoyed.
I would like to ask, we have our this young cafe club we have where the kids are there. So her captain is also here. Kritika, would you like to say something? What will you be making? How did you like the session?
It was really nice. And I learned 2 new recipes. I will definitely try it out.
Kritika, which one did you find better, the cookies or the salad?
The salad.
Salad, wow. Very nice. Vimki, amazing recipes, and you taught them so well, so well presented, everything. Fabulous.
Thank you so much.
And I keep following. Yeah, I keep following your page also, and even there, every time you share a recipe or a tip, everything is very, very useful, and always I find them healthy. So everyone must follow her page on Insta and Facebook.
Thank you.
You will be thankful for following because she only promotes healthy food.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And I don't like to promote that healthy food in a very fika style. I love elevating them into nice recipes.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, dressing them up because you first eat with your eyes and not with your mouth, right? You first want to find it attractive. Only when it's attractive, you're going to put it in your mouth. So even if this cookie is not your regular beige color cookie, even then, once you put it in your mouth, you're going to find them so tasty. Like I told you, half the cookies are already over while I was just setting up my table. So I would love for you to follow my pages. If you're interested in taking this further and learning breads or anything like that, I'm available here. I also teach desserts and cakes for the same, cupcakes as well as puddings and all that. I have done all those as well. So if any of you are interested in learning these things to add to your repertoire, then please do message me. Yeah. I would love to have you there as my student in my classes.
Wow. Thank you so much, Vimki, for your time and for such a wonderful session. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Kavita and Bhavika, for having me here. I love being a part of this today.
Wow.
It was an excellent session. Amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you everyone for joining in.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.